Hey, what's up? It's Seth from Unison, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the brand new Unison Mangler, show you exactly what it can do, how crazy it is, and I think you're going to be pretty blown away at how simple and easy it is to use and how much power and professionalism it can add to your sounds and mixes. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So I'm going to use it on a bunch of sounds like bass, drums, 808s, melody loops, so you can see how crazy it is on each of them. I'm also going to walk through 4 complete projects to show you the difference it can make from taking a weak sounding mix to professional, powerful, and polished. And just a quick note, there's going to be some severe volume fluctuation throughout this video. So as long as your level is good for my voice, you're good. All right, so let's dive in. So this is a bass loop pre-Mangler. You know, pretty standard, but watch what happens as I turn the Mangle knob. Way more power, way gnarlier, and we can even add to the craziness by moving up the destroy knob. Obviously, you're not going to want to go that crazy most of the time, but just to show you the power this is capable of. And we also have 2 more knobs, bite and expand, which I'm going to show you on some other sounds. But for now, let's go to a drum loop. Let's listen to this drum loop here. And check this out. I'm going to enable and disable it with 100% Mangle throughout so you can see the power difference. So now would be a good time to explain how this all works. So you know, it looks very simple on the surface, 4 main knobs and 1 gain knob. That's so it's very easy for you to use, but there's a lot of cool stuff going on behind the scenes. So Mangle consists of 4 saturators, 2 of them are analog, 2 of them are digital. And we got digital and analog compression on top of that, multi-band compressor and some EQs. So it's a chain of about 12 things, all put into 1 knob, which took months of testing so that it sounded good on everything with just 1 knob. So you don't have to waste time fiddling around with parameters and can just turn up the knob, get the result instantly. And now let's take a look at destroy. So let's go to an 808 loop. This is going to be really cool. So let's check out this 808 and add some destroy, which is our most aggressive analog saturation and distortion. So as you can hear, very plain, very basic, and now we can add some destroy. So if you've ever wanted to make those hard 808s that blast through the speakers, all you need to do is add a little bit of destroy. You can even combine it with some Mangle to bring out some more fullness. So now let's check out the bite knob. So this adds some really cool bit crushing. Let's check this out. So we'll use that on some guitar loops and melody loops later, and it sounds really cool on those. So now let's take a look at some melody loops here. So this is pre-Mangler. And now let's Mangle it. Let's add some bite too for that brightness. And now we can get to expand, which is some really high quality stereo width that took us a long time to dial in just 1 knob. I was very unhappy with a lot of stereo width plugins. Either they thinned out the sound too much, they didn't add enough width, or they messed with the gain. So I'm going to show you right now. This expand, you know, makes it super wide while maintaining the integrity of the sound really well. So as you can see, pushes it out all the way to the side, animation matches, which is pretty cool. And yeah, let's move on to this next melody loop, which is kind of like a rage beat hip hop melody. Now we can add some Mangle. A little bit of expand too. And Now I'm going to enable and disable Mangler while it's playing so you can hear the difference. So now let me show you it on some guitar loops. So let's listen to this guitar loop here. You know, super raw, just recorded, no amps, no nothing. And now we can mess around with some mangle. Here's before and after. And of course, you can save your own presets. So, you know, if you find a combination of these knobs that sound good to you, you know, whether you use it for drums or bass or melody loops or guitars or anything like that, you just press save, enter the name, and you can always refer back to it on all your projects to use again. Let's check out another guitar loop here. So let's use expand on this to really make it a lot more spatial. Yeah, so instantly more width, more life, more power. So now let's walk through 4 full projects and I'm gonna show you how much of a difference Mangler made inside of them. All right, so this is a really hard rage hip hop beat. So I'm gonna play it and throughout I'm gonna enable and disable all the Mangler instances so you can hear the difference. And then I'm gonna go through and show you how and what I used it on. So let's play it. So this is pre-Mangler and here's with Mangler. All right, so something cool that I did is I used it on the entire melody group. So check this out. So here's without, here's with. You know, brings everything together, a lot more power for this aggressive beat. And then I also used it on the 808. So without any Mangler, it sounds like this. You know, super soft. We need something a lot more aggressive for this beat. So let's turn up some stuff here. Now let's check out the full drum loop with this enhanced 808. Let's put the melody on top. All right, so now we got a cool deep house project, which we're gonna use Mangler on the bass to make it a lot more aggressive and powerful. So let me play it without Mangler first. So as you can see, not interesting enough, kind of lacking that power. So let's put on Mangler now. So as you can see, we're just adding 36% of destroy, and let me show you the difference soloing the bass. Pre-Mangler here, post, and obviously we could go a lot more crazy like this. But you know, that wouldn't suit the track so well. So, you know, 36% of destroy, 3% of Mangler. We could add a little bit of bite maybe. Cool, so now let's move on to like a Drake type beat. I'm gonna start with Mangler disabled, and while it's playing, I'm gonna press this button to enable and disable it so you can hear the difference. All right, so let me show you how I used Mangler on this beat. So here's the melody group. So as you can see, we're adding 10% of mangle. and 20% of expand to give it some more power, bring everything together, and widen it so we keep more room for the 808 down the center. And then we're also using Mangler on the 808, of course. So here's without, and here's with. And also, I forgot to mention, there's a gain knob at the very end, which you can use to tame the gain after you've used the effects if you want. And this is actually a very powerful limiter. It's not just a straight up output gain, which we were actually going to do at first, but we wanted to go a step above and create an actual legit limiter, which you can use to either reduce the gain or push sounds into it and make them a lot louder and a lot more powerful as well. So there's actually 5 legit knobs, but the gain knob is just kind of like a bonus. The 4 main effects are really what it's all about. So let's play the drum loop all together now. Way more power. That was before, this is after. Now let's put in the melody. Cool. Last but not least, let's move on to like a future bass marshmallow style track. So we'll take a listen and then we'll go into some specific layers that I feel could use some mangling, and we'll make some edits and see the improvements. So let's take a listen here. So I don't feel like the snare is hitting hard enough. I don't feel like the bass is coming through enough. So let's start with the bass. So let's check out this bass right here. So now we can add Mangler, and let's start from scratch here. Let's see how far we could push it if we wanted. I think 20% is good there, brings out some harmonics, fullness, and power. Then we can move on to the bass layer, add it there too. And also on the chords, we can add it. So here's without. And then we can turn it up here. And also on the keys. And last but not least, the kick and the snare. Let's beef those up. So here is without Mangler on the kick. Let's add some. It's too much, obviously. That's good. And then the snare. Cool. And now let's play everything together. See how much power we added. So this was before. This is after. So yeah, it took like a weak sounding, thin mix to professional, powerful, rich sounding bass. And yeah, this is ready to release. All right, so if you liked what you heard, you can click the button below to grab your license right now. And for this exclusive launch, we're offering 60% off the regular price. So it will be listed at $67 very soon, but right now you can get it for only $27. One single payment, no subscriptions, no nothing. We have plugins listed at over $400, so we wanted to make this one super affordable for any producer, so you can instantly take your mixes from sounding, weak and thin to professional, powerful, polished, like the songs on the top of the Billboard and Spotify charts. So if that sounds good to you, click the button below, secure your license right now, and get instant access to the Unison Mangler. On top of that, you're fully protected by your 60-day 100% money back guarantee. So you can try Mangler out for a full 2 months. And if for any reason you're unsatisfied, send one email to support@Unison Audio and we'll give you 100% of your money back, no questions asked. So you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain when you give Mangler a try today. Plus, on top of that, you're going to get 5 free exclusive bonuses, including all the loops that I used in the first project, all the bass loops, all the drum loops, all the 808 loops, melody loops, and guitar loops, plus dozens more that I didn't have time to go through. So you're gonna have all the perfect loops that sound amazing with Mangler ready to use right away. And I'm gonna give you an advanced implementation training going through some cool advanced ways you can use Mangler, even though it is super simple and easy to use. You can do stuff like group processing, like using it in parallel on a bus, and some other cool stuff, which I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna have absolutely no questions on how to use this. Open it up, turn the knobs, get instant results. And if you wanna go a step further, you can watch the bonus advanced implementation training. But just a quick warning, this 60% off discount is only available for a limited time. So if you're still seeing this video, it means you can get it. But if you come back later, the price could have already jumped up to $67. So take advantage of it right now. Click the button below, secure your license right now, and I'll see you inside.